Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a 2-page layout using the new Hearth and Home collection. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I don't know. By Simple Stories. I could not wait to get my hands on this collection and decided to do so on Black Friday. The colors are absolutely amazing, and I love that it has a baking kind of theme. I have specific photos that actually this layout is perfect for, and so that's what I'm going to be using today, the photos. I The rest of the collections I have in my stash, I searched and searched and really could not find any baking embellishments or anything that I wanted to use, so I knew I had to get my hands on this. So what I end up doing is kind of cutting two of the papers. I don't know what size they are, but then kind of alternating, like taping them. You could see me tape them on the back side. And so this layout is going to be completely kind of cohesive, I guess you could say, going all the way across the page. I am using a little bit of white so that I can do a nice big title. I actually, you could see that I flipped it over. I initially thought, obviously, that it was going to go the opposite way, but then I wanted my title, it was going to be kind of longer. I knew I needed some more white space. I absolutely love everything about this. The colors of this collection are just amazing. So I did end up kind of covering up the seam. I'm kind of backtracking, sorry. I covered up the seam where the two papers connected with that yellow strip, again, kind of just to incorporate another color, but then also I don't like being able to see the seam, I guess. So kind of why I did it, I cut this green paper, which actually might be a Jen Hadfield paper. I bought the new Jen Hadfield collection at the same time, and some of the papers in the new collection, just the colors worked so well with this one, so I wanted some kind of more subtle papers to use, and so I thought this paper was just perfect. Well, I am going to start my title here. I grabbed these wood grain alphas out of my stash. I am going to skip ahead though after I get this done because it is quite a long title, and I didn't want to bore you guys with watching me do it. But all the alphas did come out of my stash. The title is Quarantine FaceTime Baking. So when we initially were quarantined, pretty much from everybody, March of 2020, my dad and we would bake and FaceTime while we were baking. I've made bread before in a bread machine, so that was nothing kind of new. But him and I made bagels together over FaceTime. We made cinnamon rolls together over FaceTime, bread. We just kind of had a grand old time. And I really just wanted to document that. It is just something special, different, I guess, that we did because we couldn't see each other physically. So I know that, all of us have some kind of memory, and this was definitely a positive memory during quarantine, and just one that I want to remember and kind of pass down, to the kids that, hey, we were stuck at home, but we still found time to spend time together over FaceTime. And I think that's kind of what scrapbooking is, obviously the fun memories, the events that we do, but also just memories that we want to pass along to our children. I think at least that's why I scrapbook and scrapbook so much. So enough with that, I guess back to the page. I honestly didn't think I would use this paper at all, that strip that I just put down that has like the mixers and the plants and stuff, but I thought it would just give a nice kind of, I guess it just breaks up that green really nicely. And then honestly, it looks like I covered up all the mixers, but it was just a way to incorporate that paper as well. So now that I'm looking at it, I probably should have swapped the two photos on page 2. The bagels while they were on the drying, or not the drying rack, the cooling rack. Probably should have gone first and then the open bagel second, but whatever. It's just a little technicality, I guess. I did want some kind of journaling piece. The title is quite descriptive, but I wanted to go into a little bit more detail again so that future generations can look back and know kind of why this was special for me. And so I found that wood grain little piece with just an open white space, and I feel like it's kind of out of place there, but I didn't really know where else I could place it because I did have a stamp. I think it's from the Simple Life collection by Jen Hadfield, but it's Happiness is Homemade. I honestly don't know when I would use that again. And so I added that to the little white space on the bottom right, and that'll be kind of a cluster there eventually. And so that's honestly the only other place I would have put that journaling card. The embellishments, I tried to use all of the baking ones. There's a lot of kind of, I guess I'll say, like, home is where the heart is, a lot of different floral pieces, but I knew I wanted to use as many of the baking ones as possible because I don't actually do a lot of baking otherwise. And so I thought the flour, sugar, I don't know what the other thing is down there, canisters were just adorable, and I wanted to use those for sure. So I am going to end up layering kind of a wreath behind it and a timer there. I'm kind of just picking and choosing, kind of trying to figure out, nothing's really glued down yet, but really trying to figure out what I want to use while embellishing. So I did, excuse me, get the chipboard. I got the one of the ephemera packs. I didn't get the journaling ephemera pack. I ended up getting the kit. So I have the 12 by 12 sticker sheet. I think I got the brads. I just got a bunch of it because I love this collection. So on the bottom right, I am just going to layer a really pretty flower with the mixing spoons over top of the stamp that I had placed down. Decided to use a mixer, even though I do everything by hand. I don't actually own that kind of mixer, but thought it was cute. And that little saying at the top says "Embrace the chaos," and I just thought that was completely appropriate for quarantine time. So I did end up adding that. I love that little bird and floral cluster at the top, and that little saying at the top says "Just delicious." So I honestly had a lot of fun embellishing this layout, just using pieces that I feel like I normally wouldn't use. So here are the brads. I am going to sneak a couple in there. So I'm going to sneak one up in that cluster up top. I'm going to sneak a solid color on that saying at the top left, and then I decided to kind of make a cluster on the journaling card. There was a brad that said "Yum," and so I thought that was adorable. And then I'm going to kind of just tuck in some hearts here and there, kind of to finish it off. Really just wanted to utilize a bunch of what I bought. So there are puffy hearts, the brads, ephemera, chipboard, stickers, pretty much every type of embellishment is on this layout. I think we're just about done. I do end up moving that down because I did not like all of that white space, but I like, now that it's moved down, it fills that in a little bit more. So I hope you guys enjoy what you see. I will actually try to link the collection down below at a cherry on top, I believe is where I bought everything. So I'll link that down below if you like the collection like I do, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.